So this I just discovered today. I was looking for something else. I was looking for the Streets of Rage 2 remake or remix. I think it's just called Streets of Rage remake. But I discovered this. It's Streets of Rage 2X, and it's kind of like Streets of Rage remake, but with some added stuff to it. A better user interface, and in my opinion, a overall better game. But basically, as soon as I discovered this, I had to tell my little brother Will about it, because he and I used to play this game all the time. Not this one, but Streets of Rage 2. Back in the 90s on Sega Genesis when we were kids, like 13 and 11. This was one of our favorite games. And so as I started off playing this game, I'm pretty much just playing it like Streets of Rage 3, because this stage is from Streets of Rage 3. And then little did I discover, or not long before I discovered, that you can actually play this a little bit like Streets of Rage 4, and that you can chain your moves together into combos. You can cancel from like an uppercut into a neutral special. And then I even learned that you can recover in air. There's a button that you can hit to recover. So if they're knocking you down or knocking you to the air, you can kind of recover mid-air. Not only can you recover in mid-air, but as you recover, you can actually launch an assault from mid-air. So you can get hit, go into a defensive stance, and then from defensive just go right to an offensive, onslaught of maneuvers. And since I never played this game before, it took me a few seconds to learn that. Right then, you just saw him cancel his his grand upper into the neutral. I call it a helicopter punch. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's a neutral special. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I was hoping they'd have energy bars similar to Streets of Rage 3 that would refill, and then you could use your special without it costing you life. But similar to Streets of Rage 3, when you use your special, if you don't get hit, over time you'll gain that health back from using your special. But if you get hit, then you lose it permanently. But there was an air recovery. And yeah, there's 3 stars underneath my name. And it wasn't until after I played this game that I was actually able to go into the menus and actually find a little bit about how to use those star moves. This initial stage, I didn't know how to use them. I got to stage 2, got frustrated, decided to quit out. And basically, my controller kept getting misread, all my inputs. This being a Windows game, I was playing it in Linux like a dum-dum. So I eventually rebooted into Windows, because I think there was some sort of like loss in translation thing. This is not an official game. This is a game that a dedicated fan made, along with a couple of other dedicated fans. And it's completely free of cost, and I just fucking love this game. I did, like I said, go back through and play it again, start to finish with Blaze, and it took like an hour and 20 minutes. Similar to Streets of Rage Remake, there are different paths you can take, and basically what it will do is it will send you down separate paths. So you can be in a Streets of Rage 1 stage, and then go to a Streets of Rage 3 stage, or a Streets of Rage 2 stage. And then, one of the other things I like about this is that even though they reuse the stages and the characters, it's not a complete clone. Sometimes the characters will do stuff they never did in the previous games. Their attack patterns will do something different. Those chubby guys who breathe fire, they'll breathe it up at an angle like that, when they used to just breathe it straight out of their mouth. The animations are way better on here. It's almost like a Neo Geo game. But yeah, I just got hit in the air and recovered into a jump kick, which later I learned that you can recover into a jump kick and then chain into another combo. The animations are better. They have shadows. Just everything runs at 60 frames. It's wild. The other thing that it keeps you on your toes with spoiler alert, later in the game they actually bring out new characters that were never in any of the Streets of Rage games. And little did I know that after you complete this game once, you unlock a survival mode. Beat it again, you unlock yet another mode. And like I said, go back and play the first Streets of Rage, second, even the third. None of them look quite this good. This is like a polished version of them all. Like, they just cleaned it up. And like I said, what you don't see is just how well it plays, how smooth it plays. But yeah, the characters can also block. You can block. which I hardly ever use because I'm not used to doing that. Like, I've never had a shoot your red game where you can block. But the explosions look cooler. I mean, they look almost, you know, high-def, if you will. They're not a pixelated explosion like from the original games. But yeah, I played this, saw it, and I had to tell my younger brother about it. So I hope he plays it. I think he would like it. I'm gonna shut up now.